Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's up? Welcome, and welcome again to all of my panelists, all the audience members listening and watching. This is the OP panel. Welcome back. Episode 10. Very happy to have all my panelists here with me, some regular faces and a new one. We're going to get into that in a second. But first, introductions as always. I'm Dwight, the host.
I'm Mal.
Wraith, you already know.
Hey, it's Unc.
And this is MOGGY.
And I'd like to welcome all my panelists. Thank you for guys for showing up to show out. Definitely here to talk about some One Piece, and there's a lot to talk about today. But before we get into that, like I already said, we got a new panelist on board. Got my man Moggy. Moggy, thank you very much for showing up, man, and showing your appreciation. Oh no, excuse me. I'm showing my appreciation for you being here. Just like we do with all the newcomers here to the OP panel. Let the crowd know how and when and how did you get into One Piece?
It's honestly been a good while, several years since I first picked it up and kind of started watching it on and off. I feel like I heard about it from a buddy that I talked about anime I saw like old school Toonami with and stuff like that, you know, like the good classics, Cowboy Bebop, all that good stuff. But he started talking about and describing it, and I decided to check it out. I didn't get hooked right off the bat. I just kind of watched, chunks here, chunks there. But then our long park happened. And that's where, I got hooked. Like they say, usually when people get to Arlong Park, that's where, if they're a diehard One Piece fan, that's where it gets them. So, been watching for a while, up to episode 1015 and letting it build up. Have not read the manga yet. And that's about it.
Some strong willpower to be that caught up to the anime and not read the manga at all. That's really strong willpower.
Or just the lack of interest. Like, people just really don't be messing with the manga sometimes. Like, white and black, not for me, cuz let me know when they color that in. But thank you, Maggie, for sharing, man. Appreciate you, Ali, for that and for being here. Definitely thankful for that. Arlong Park, that is a good one. That's a great one, actually. That definitely is. It does spike in emotional impactfulness in that arc, I think. I think that's like the first time it gets like really deep. Like, oh yeah, we just enslaved a whole village, we hate humans. It's not for us. Shawty stabbed herself where her tattoo was. Just emotional as fuck. Like,
I feel like that's the first arc that's like in East Blue that was close to like a Grand Line arc.
Mm-hmm. That's 100% accurate. I feel like very much true. All right, and with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and jump into these topics. We're gonna jump right into TAC first. Everybody who doesn't know TAC, which still needs to be worked on for that acronym, it stands for class, trash, and ass. All right, so that means we're gonna go through a few characters from One Piece, of course, with this big open world of diverse characters. There are many to judge. And so we do just that by ranking them one of the three, either class, which means they are good characters. You like these characters. You maybe even love these characters, or trash. These characters, not so good. They could do better. They could be better, or completely ass, which means there's nothing redeemable about these folks. They might as well be a Kaino. All right. With that being said, we're going to jump into our first one right here. Let me share my screen. Alrighty, let me remember what tab it's in. Alrighty, I'm sharing it. Yeah, I can see my screen.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
All right, cool. Oh man, it's not letting me. I have to exit. All right, just try not to look at the other tabs. One tab at a time. One tab at a time, folks. One tab at a time. All right, first we're gonna go ahead and start off with X Drake. Red flagging, that is a stupid epithet. I'm sorry. I completely forgot that was his epithet, like red flag X Drake. Let's say, we figured out he's secret before Wano, right? Whatever. Anywho, he's the captain of the Drake Pirates, a part of the Worst Generation. prior to the 2-year time skip, had a bounty of about what, 222 mil. That's hefty, boy. One of the supernova we met back in Sabaody arc. He's personally my favorite supernova, so you already know where I'm putting him on my list. But we're not here just to talk about me. Most recently, he is in the Wano arc. He is on Kaido's side, doing what he does when he do it. Yeah, let me put this up largely. Oh wow, just completely cuts his whole fucking head off like it does in all these photos. Here we go. That's
Brought up the supernova, and I don't know why I'm just remembering when Kizaru was fucking everybody up. He ain't even see him knock out Apu, and then he just looked at it, and that kick just flew to his face.
That sweet drink to the chinsicle. I don't know why. Don't ask me why.
So fucking stupid.
I respect him more for that.
The mask looks so fucking stupid because it looks like
cool.
He's slightly whatever.
Nah, I don't know why, but him just like taking that chin up kick to the head, that made me respect him even more. Mal, looks like you sound like you got some disdain in your heart. I'm gonna toss it to you first. What you looking for, like, for X Drake? Ass, class, or trap?
I hate that.
You're mad, bro.
Like, I just really had the thought when you brought up the topic to me. But first of all, wasted a T-Rex fruit. And that's disgusting on him. Boy, he trashed. Like, not the best supernova in my opinion. I feel like I don't know if it was revealed after the anime or before as well. But his connections later on is the only thing that made me like okay for him. Other than that, like, he trashed, bro. He a red flag because he is a red flag. Like, nah, I don't respect him. Ass.
All right. Oh, tossing it to you. What you think about X Drake? Put some respect on his name, please.
Nah, man, I'm with Mal. He's a red flag. Okay, like, you know, like, sure, right now he part of the Mink Samurai Pirate Alliance, but I can't call who this man stands for. His allegiance is in question. And, you know, like, I saw something about, like, you know, I guess maybe he got the Marine thing because his dad was a Marine. But then, you know, Doflamingo killed his dad, and he ain't even got beef with Doflamingo. So I'm like, I don't know what his allegiance is right now. This man looking mad suspect.
You know who's not to fight.
Moggy, tossing it your way. How you feeling about my man X Drake?
I wouldn't say I like him enough to put him in class, but I'm kind of on the fence between class and trash. I don't think he's complete ass, but like you know, I know we're trying to avoid spoilers, and I'm not sure if that's covered up to the point we're covering, but his connections, as y'all have quite well put it, kind of give me hope for some cool development there. But like, as a character himself, for me personally, he's had no real impression. The only thing really special or cool about him is that it's his fruit. That's it. Like, you know, he's not like he just doesn't seem like he fits a captain to me.
Yeah, tripping. All right, run that back to me real quick, right? Let me redeem my man. Well, first of all, obviously, X Drake is class. Like, don't worry. I already told y'all I was gonna let y'all know if y'all were wrong, and you're dead wrong in this case. He is clearly, this is a classy man. He stepped on the scene with the freshest fit. Like,
his
you don't even
hair
need to see
has veins in it.
Like, look at the fit is crazy, man. Like,
he look like Cavendish or whatever.
He's drip-tastic. Y'all tripping. Look at this man's fit. Like,
why is he wearing a scarf when he could just button up his jacket? He's stupid.
Yo, pre or post time skip, my man's been drip-tastic. Being one of the supernova automatically gets you a little bit of respect. Ain't nobody rocking the hat like him. I love dinosaurs since I was a kid, so his devil fruit was already a win for me. Like, everything's 10 about him. Y'all talking about something you don't know where his allegiances lie. That's cool as fuck, first of all. Like, cause ain't nobody like cool. Like, who's cool? Like the Marines, they dirty. Like Blackbeard, he dirty. Like pirates of any caliber, Luffy or anybody else, dirty because they're pirates. Like automatically, like I'm not gonna lie, the red flag epithet is stupid as fuck. But besides that, my man's a 9 for 10. Stop the cap. Rafe, I'm gonna throw it your way. How you feeling about Drake?
I feel like you're the only person on that side, man. I'm gonna have to put him in between trash and ass. I don't really care about Drake like that. I don't fuck with ops, so he the ops. As far as I'm concerned, he a op. He was with Kaido at one point. Yeah, exactly. He was with Kaido at one point, and then it got revealed who he really is. And well, brother's a op. He only wanted to ally with Luffy because he ain't want to die. He a op.
Man, oh man.
I feel like he trash in whatever profession he picked. He needs to pick a side and excel. That's my problem. He in the middle of like, there are better other versions of him, and there are better pirates than him, bro.
Yeah, I mean, they said he like in the top 6 of the worst generation, but he probably number 6. I don't know.
He probably number 6.
They ain't say top 5 for a reason. Oh,
I think he's got potential. I got hope for him.
I'm willing for that. It's just I'm not impressed as I see. But you know.
Alrighty. So we're gonna go ahead and jump to the next character. I definitely wanted because I definitely know y'all wrong about this man right here. Kozuki Oden, the daimyo of Kuri in Wano country and the son of the former shogun Kazuki Sukiyaki. Being a member of the Kazuki family, he was the husband of Toki and the father of Momonosuke and Hiyori. Additionally, he was the leader of a group of legendary and powerful samurai that we know as the 9 Red Scabbards, with all of them serving as his retainers and most trusted allies. As we all know now from the time skip, R.I.P. Oden, he passed away, went out in one of the most G ways you can, smiling in a hot, boiling pot of oil. Like, that is mad crazy. Like, they didn't say boiling hot water. Like, no, like, I want my man extra crispy on the side and everywhere else. They's mad disrespectful for that. And there's no forgiveness.
It's way higher than water.
Exactly. And like, it just makes it even more disrespectful because you're gonna die either way. Let's make sure he dies effectively, is what somebody thought. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm not even gonna say nothing yet. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it your way, Moggy, first. Moggy, how you feel about Kazuki Oden?
I got little nitpicks, but I think I'm gonna go with class. I eat up characters like that, and the way he went out was really impressive, and just that freaking mischievous, like, I went in the end smile. I don't know, man. At first I was kind of iffy about him, but he won me over. I think that's also because I have a bias towards like the very headstrong, straightforward, clueless, goofy, sort of characters. And he kind of fills that niche for me.
I see what you mean.
I feel that most definitely. I'm not even going to debate that yet. I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to Rafe. Rafe, how you feeling about Kazuki here?
Straight class. Like, what? Odin is one of the Odin is one of the realest characters we've ever seen.
Is that right?
Like, what?
Okay.
Odin is that guy. Like, what? We haven't even seen much of him, but I don't know. Just the way he went out, bro. He went out holding them. Like, the scabbards are not regular size.
You don't get points for your man's weighing you down.
What?
You don't get points for your.
Bro, he said.
All I'm saying is if they were better fighters or they ran, it's just.
No, what do you mean? He was prepared for them. They had a mole in the group.
Like, I'm just saying, it reminds me of the Law situation. In terms of, like, I feel like Law or Odin is the best of his group, and then his members kind of don't stand out as much.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I mean, when you think about it, the scabbards are all like misfits. Like, none of them were really like know what I'm saying?
Fabric
Important
material.
people.
I
Yeah,
know what
nobody
you mean.
was really
Retainer
important
material.
people before they met him. Like none of them, they were all fodder before they met him. Let's be realistic.
One episode, I'm just
All
gonna
of
throw
them.
all the retainers on here just for
Yeah.
tact.
Hey,
Just like,
At least put some respect on the bandit, dude. He was already a decent swordsman.
who is sure?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know if
Doji.
that's how you
Sure,
pronounce his
Doji.
name.
Yeah.
Ashura Doji. Yeah, Ashura Doji. There we go.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey,
yeah,
put some respect.
probably
on
the
it.
hardest one out of all of them.
Well,
and then the
we-
dog and the cat were something, but other than those, everybody else were nobodies.
You
before they met
completely,
him.
you completely threw me off for a second because as soon as you said dog cat, I was like, we talking about pets? What the fuck's going on here? Like, just completely forgot. I was like, oh yeah, Nekomamushi and in Nuguashi, something like that. Oh, I'm gonna toss it your way. How do you feel about Oda?
Well, I think he trash, y'all.
There we go. There
I
we
think
go.
he
Man of the people.
I think he trash. Like, this man is misunderstood. No one really knows what he's thinking, plotting, trying to do. Maybe his wife does, but you know, he got pretty much, what did he leave behind? Like a bitch ass son, and then like his
Oh,
daughter's like the biggest
God
geisha,
dang.
you know? So I'm like, yo, your daughter's the biggest geisha in the entire land, and then your son's the bitch. I mean, I can't.
Oh, wait a minute.
You just,
Wait a minute. He going for the kids. I ain't want that.
you know, that's your legacy, bro. That's who's carrying your name going forward right now. Like, thank goodness Kaido's daughter has like an identity crisis because maybe she's real, thinking, you know. but I would probably put him all the way to S. But he did, you know, he did hang out with the best pirates of his generation, and he hung out with the coolest cats ever.
That's low key a diss though too. Like he did know some people.
Exactly. So that's
He
that's
had
why I'm
friends.
gonna completely drag him. But I'm just gonna say no one really understood what he was doing, and
That's crazy.
except for maybe his baby mama. But you know, we don't know.
Yo, the game is trash, but he did a couple songs with G Unit back in the day. I guess he cool.
Like,
with that. Yo,
Why?
man, how you feel about Odin?
I'm between Clash and Trash. Like he cool. When he was out there with the monsters, he was doing gang shit. Perfectly fine. I don't care. You stupid for not knowing people like Whitebeard and Roger, and then you going home and you be like, you know what? Don't need your help, y'all. Like you said, Ray. Most of his mans was fodder. But you telling me you know two of the strongest people, and you like, you know what? I'm gonna handle that on my own, and he didn't.
And he did.
That and just the racism that with my man Orochi. Racism. One of the isms. So I'm between Clash and Trash.
I mean
Trash and
that's
Clash.
why. Yeah, that's why his kingdom went broke. You know, like that man was hustling him all day. You know what I'm saying? He's a bad judge of character. I just can't with this.
Horrible, the worst. And that's why I'm gonna go ahead and throw respected honorable Kazuki Oden motherfucking head ass at trash. It's like he is trash. That's what he is. Like the only reason he's not ass because he got fighting skills. And he does have some honor, and he went out in one of the most G ways in this series. I'll give him that. But boy, oh boy, if he ain't have those 2 to 3 things, that boy be ass. And you know what? I'm gonna give you something like this. The way they try to force feed that hothead, playful character, it's overdone in my book. So when he first got on the scene, I was already over him. But like Moggy, like he started to grow on me a bit. That was cool. Where he completely lost me is when he gets back to his country. It's time to hold it down. And then he ups and leaves again. He just drops off his kids and his wife and some retainers. He's out again. Then he comes back, finally stays this time. Somebody else in charge instead of his daddy. And he does run on them, but then they feed him the simplest lie.
Right.
That's not even something you have to think about for 5 seconds to know that Orochi was bullshit. He fed him the simplest lie about something about the citizens, and old boy believed it. It's not bad enough that he believed it. He believed it for 2 years. It's not bad enough he believed it for 2 years. He believed it for 2 years while dancing like a clown for this nigga Orochi in the streets.
Now to be fair,
that's why his daughter learned how to be like that, because he was pretty much naked out here.
To be fair, I'm not saying that's the best plan, but he was trying to delay it in his own way. It wasn't just the best way.
I'll tell you, by the way, that's not just that's Odin's L to hold majority, but best believe that's not just Odin's L to carry. That's an L for all retainers, for every single one of them scabbards, all the daimios of each of the lands. That's an L for all of Wano to hold, boy.
Or to better his country as the next guy in charge of the whole thing. So yeah, I can't with him.
we just can't with him. All right, I'm back.
Ever notice how, like, scroll down, how tall is he?
Let's go. He's 12.
He's
12
12'6", bro.
This don't make no sense.
So, bro, I saw a post about it one time. It was like, if this man's 12'6", his blade got to be at least about 6 feet long or something like that. Something like that, right?
Has to be. Yeah.
So they was like, they put him and Zoro standing next to each other and said, how is that gonna work? How does this man have his sword and he damn near almost triple his size? Like,
it's a knockoff. They just wasn't trying to say it.
Yo, fucking
knockoff is crazy.
The heights in fucking One Piece never make sense, bro. And they never will. I'm gonna go and let them hold that one. I was like, the fucking height scales that I be seeing be fucking blowing my fucking mind, dude.
And his wife is like 5 feet. Like, I don't understand how y'all piping like this.
Stop
Like,
it.
Soccer is hockey, man.
Not conquerors. All right, let's get to this third person here. All right, a little offbeat one, but still, nonetheless, definitely a G in his own right. That's right. We talking about Lao G. If you don't remember Lao G, he is an officer of the, I never knew how to pronounce this correctly, Doflamingo Pirates. I'm just going to say Doflamingo's Pirates. The Diamante Army. Don Quixote, yeah, there we go. The Don Quixote Pirates. Specifically, he was an officer in Diamante's army. Due to his actions and his role, he is a supporting antagonist during the Dressrosa arc. Lao G's the old money who's old money strong. That's pretty much it to Lao G. He just had one funny ass gimmick where he just go G like pretty much all the time. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna throw him in class for it. Like, it's a lot of villains out there who don't do nothing for us. And stop making your faces and listen. It's a lot of characters who don't do nothing for us. All right, like y'all. See, before y'all even besmirch my man's name, tell me where you gonna put Senior Pink, and then go fuck yourself, because I already know what you dick riding motherfuckers gonna say. Oh, Senior Pink, his backstory was so fuck Senior Pink's backstory. Fuck his girl. And fuck that baby, okay? Nobody cares.
The baby.
Nobody cares, bro.
Baby. You didn't just say something about kids and then you say fuck the baby, bro?
Please don't bring Senior Pink up and say Lao G. Lao G gave us greatness. Oh damn, I forgot he didn't kick the shit out of Don LT. So obviously he's powerful as fuck. He fucking laid out fucking Don Chinjao. Never knew how to pronounce these motherfuckers' names. So I'm going to put my man Lao G at class. You can't tell me otherwise. And with that being said, tell me otherwise.
I can't fault you on this one. You pretty much put the 2 points that I care about, which is, I love his character, him finding the G and everything. That just like makes it dope. And then
respect the G.
No one that's in Doflamingo's crew is like a punk. Like, you gotta be able to fight to, have one of those seats at his table. So he's a great fighter, and he makes me laugh every time I see him finding the G and everything. So he class.
Damn, my boy was knocking motherfuckers out left and right. Mal, I'm gonna toss it to you. It look like you got something on your heart.
Oh, like I'm gonna be quite honest with you. Until you pulled up the picture, I didn't know who the fuck he's talking. To that credit, fuck him. Like, he's not even the weirdest one in Dofi's crew, let alone the best. I mean, he whatever, but that's just it. Look at that. Look at that. Out of all those weirdos, we talking about the old man with a speech impediment?
We're
So
gonna get to that ones another day.
I mean, he asked, but I mean, he can keep Senior Pink Company. Like, I don't care. But nah, I wouldn't. Ain't nobody thinking about that. He's the poor man's Master Roshi.
He said that shit. Yo, Moggy, how you feel about Lao G?
I don't know how I feel about Lao G. I kind of like him. I kind of don't. It's like, one of those on-the-fence characters. Like, I feel like they went into a shtick a little too heavy. Usually I like that, but for some reason I just wasn't digging it with him. But I do respect the fact that he's going head-to-head, knocking, people out left and fucking right, in his really, really fucking old age.
Right?
Which is really impressive.
I think 80s or 90s, maybe, or maybe older.
They said he was 70.
70.
Right there,
Okay.
you on the wiki page? Why you gotta guess?
Man, I like shit. Completely.
See what his height is.
People have the resources and still don't want to use them.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he's
I ain't reasonably heighted.
But
Fine was better. He probably be taller.
that's he's aight. I can't really. I don't feel any certain way about him.
I get you there. All right, Rave, how you feeling about Lao?
I don't even got an opinion on this man. I don't care about him at all. Like, I don't think there's ever been a Lao G moment where I was just like, that was hard. Nothing. Just never, bro. Right, every time he's on the screen, I probably pick my phone up, bro. I'm gonna keep it a band.
Man, oh man, y'all missing out. Y'all missing out, bro.
He asked me.
Missing out on greatness.
And then to go to your Senior Pink comment.
Please.
No, I don't think Senior Pink is class just because of his backstory. I put him in trash.
There
His
we
backstory
go.
was nice, but that's it. He just got a good backstory. That's all I care about. I mean, like,
All right,
whatever.
good. Just wanted to make sure because I seen a lot of dick riders for Senior Pink out there.
No.
Nah, I ain't with it, bro.
Dick riding a grown man in a pamper is devious.
Right.
That's not for me. Alrighty. Okay, so that wraps up our attack topic for this episode. So now we're gonna go ahead and move it on to another one. Moggy, my good man Moggy. We got a discussion on your end. Let us know how you feel about one of your favorite crew members who don't get nearly enough growth as a character, strength-wise anyway. And tell us how you feel about that.
All right. So I'm gonna start with saying I'm a big Chopper fan. And I feel like he's been done pretty dirty post-time skip. Because everyone had insane growth, and in his own way he did, but we see a couple new forms once and then never again when they could have been useful in so many situations.
True.
But instead, it feels like they're leaning more heavily into his, cutesy slapstick shtick sort of. I guess my point is, I want to see more Chopper forms or ones he doesn't use, ever, even though he has them. And I hope he gets a lot more kind of serious character moments or moments of growth, to where he's not always the little baby mascot. You know what I'm saying? He gets taken at least just a little bit more seriously, just a little.
I was about to say, yeah, he's definitely in the raid. Right. In the raid, I feel like he's gonna have one of those moments in the raid. Definitely which because I wasn't even thinking about it, and you are completely correct. We have not been getting a lot of since what is it? The fuck is it called? The Kingdom Under the Sea. What the fuck?
Fishman,
the Fishman Island. Yeah. So ever since Fishman Island arc, we didn't get a good showcase of Chopper's abilities. We know he can turn into the big monster now without, killing himself. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, you're right. We haven't seen a lot of his power since that arc. Since of course, that was post time skip. So got to show off everybody new stuff. But let's see, when's the last time you seen Kung Fu Point? And the last time you seen Horn Point, Jumping Point, any of that shit? Matter of fact, now that I think about it, I don't remember seeing Chopper change into like that human form he had that he used to do all the time pre-time skip. He doesn't even do that a lot no more. Like even though I'm not gonna lie, Kung Fu Point was like my least favorite. Shit looks stupid as fuck. But
the one with the horns or the fat one.
No, the one with his arms are big.
That's the one with the fat
chubby.
when he's fat and he's got the arms out and
I like Kung Fu Point. It was lit.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I feel like that's the one he stayed in throughout the time skip when he was hanging out with those guys.
I totally agree. That's like the most common one he's used out of all his new ones we got shown between Horn Point, which we've seen like once, twice, once at Fishman Island. If there's a second time, I can't even remember it.
Right.
And like, nah, you're good. Go ahead.
What fights up to the raid has Chopper even had post time skip?
He fought Queen a couple times, but nothing serious.
That's in the raid though. Like, what's before the raid? Like literally post-war, everybody had a fight for the Fishman Island, obviously for obvious reasons. Got to show off that time skip powered scale.
What was he doing in Dressrosa?
He was part of the half of the crew that left.
Nah,
right?
So he's only really been fighting Poison because when they pulled up on Zoe, he had to rescue them, and then now he's rescuing them again. So that's his fight.
I think that's his curse, though. I think though that
the doctor,
that in the merchandise, like Chopper is a doctor first, not a fighter, whereas like Sanji, I would say, for an example, he's more likely to beat your ass and cook you a meal. So I think with Chopper, they're trying to play up the whole like support mascot, but it's too support. It's just like, everybody's gonna fight, but don't worry, Chopper's gonna fix it up, and then you're just supposed to be like, damn, Chopper good with the healthcare.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, when you think about it, bro, is your doctor supposed to be on the front lines fighting?
Well,
your doctor go down.
If you can avoid having to waste a band-aid on my black ass because you already beat his ass, then that should be it.
All right, but what if he get whipped?
That's fair.
As far as I'm concerned, though, if you're a doctor, if you're a pirate, you might not, but you should know how to fight. You should be able to fight. You're a pirate. Like, come on.
And I agree.
And also,
like,
he does.
He keeps complaining about his bounties, but then they don't put him in situations where the bounty is gonna go up.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. It suits his role well. He's the ship doctor, so he might not, he doesn't even want to fight if he can help it. He's usually trying to talk to his enemies, trying to talk them out of it. Like, please, we can talk. Please, just let me help you. All these different moments where, like, he tries to talk it out first. But, like, I guess I just want to see them give him a little bit more love on, like, the non-doctor side of things.
Yeah, that makes sense because it's not even just because I was thinking about it while you guys were saying that, and it's not even just that he doesn't have fights, it's that he's not as much like any character development whatsoever, really. It's like a lot of people we had Sanji, who had the whole side thing with, obviously, motherfucker had a whole arc basically revolved around him leaving to Whole Cake Island. That was all about Sanji and his family lineage. We got Zoro with his whole side quest with the swords in Wano before the raid starts. He has his whole thing with Spacer. We got Nami with Zeus. We have everybody. Oh my God, not this unstable shit again. Yeah, am I still good? It said I'm unstable out of nowhere, but I was like, I was flowing. But what's the Spacer? Everybody's pretty much had some sort of thing. And if they don't, they will coming up in the raid. but still, even like I said, pre-raid, post time skip, Chopper hasn't had much development, much time to shine. Usopp is literally God Usopp because of what he did in Dressrosa. Everybody's had something, not really so much Chopper though.
Because
So,
he
yeah.
peaked when he fixed his medicine. That's the problem.
Mhm.
That was his biggest issue up until that point is I went crazy if I go wild. Well, he fixed it, and now it's like that's fixed. I'm still gonna go be doctoring though. Just if I gotta pull out the toolie, I'm good, but I won't. You know.
So we got to create something for him then. At that point,
Yeah.
oh, how you feeling?
I mean, I think that he needs to turn into a human when he's making his medicine or something. Because when he was in human form and posing as a doctor and stuff like that, actually looked cool. So I don't know. Let's see him look another way. I mean, I figure maybe if they went grocery shopping, maybe he could use the human form again. I don't know.
I'm looking at his fights right now, and he hasn't really had a one-on-one fight with anybody after time skip.
Right.
He hasn't. He fought Big Mom. Yeah. When Big Mom was chasing him,
did he take a punch from her? Because I feel
he blocked Napoleon twice.
Okay, all right.
All right.
So he's done little feats, but nothing like. I feel like everybody who he has fought one-on-one, he wouldn't beat. Like he for sure can't beat Big Mom solo. He fought Queen on separate occasions. He's not beating Queen solo. Like, I don't know.
Man, I was about to say, yeah. So basically, we definitely, I think everybody at this point can feel where you're coming from with that, Moggy, because I definitely was not even thinking about it, because I just kind of think of them as the Straw Hats as a whole unit now. So like in my head, like, oh, one move good, they all move good, and like we get all these good moves from all of them. Like the ones who don't, I just fall by the wayside. And I get your point on that one.
Nah, if we really want to talk about Chopper doing something, let's talk about how my man reverse engineered not one, but two. Wait, no, I can't say the second one. But the diseases, the bio diseases that Queen invented.
And see, like that's a plus for him, but that's not a plus you could say
right
in like the general community. Like you could say, he reversed it and that would be dope. But then if you just like do a very surface level look at Chopper, you're just like, yeah, he'd be in the back though. That's what I mean. Like his feats are leaning more to his doctor side, but that's not enough for some people.
Yeah.
I got a follow up actually, if you guys are open to it, because I just thought of something. So, granted, I haven't because I haven't read the manga, I know some details. I haven't dove super deep into anything, but we're finding out, I believe, up to the point we're covering, that folks can be awakened. Is he already considered awakened, or is that a potential area we might see growth in the future? Like something awakening in his fruit that isn't related to the Rumble Ball.
See, I feel like him hacking it puts him not on a higher path, but on a separate. Because I don't know if you gave that fruit to somebody else without the Rumble Ball, they could do half the shit the Chopper does.
Yeah, fact.
So I don't know if whether he can awaken. I feel like would it look better for him if he awakened it like other people, or if he hacked it? Because I think hacking it would show how smarter he is compared to like other people.
Well, don't you think he already hacked it because he'd already come up with it before Luffy showed up on his island? So he already knew how to do the Rumble Ball. So, maybe because he had a really good class in biology and chemistry, he's already doing things to himself. So maybe he's gone as far as science to take him. So now maybe it's, I don't know.
No, that does make sense actually.
Can't see your face.
Yeah, I know. It's I'm trying to find my ring light now, but besides that, I do think he has an awakening. I think that is going to come into play one day. I feel like, oh, here it is. I feel like that Hoti like completely forgot about his awakening because of the damn.
Get you some shades, right?
Yeah, damn. Anyway, but yeah, that's definitely something I wasn't even considering. Like, thank you. Like, just first of all, thank you, Moggy, for bringing this to my attention. Like, Chopper has felt by the way sad. Like, there's so many things I was thinking about. In terms of his devil fruit, he definitely is going to get an awakening by the end. I feel like that's going to be one of those end of series glow ups so he can, help out exactly when he's needed. I feel like that's when it's going to happen most likely for him.
You think he's going to maybe need to learn some hockey or something first?
Nah, I don't think so. Because I don't think everybody on the crew is going to have hockey.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so that's more of just like, some people get this, some people got brains.
Does it at this point? It's just Frankie, Nami, and Chopper.
Who don't?
Yeah.
Robin doesn't.
Robin does have hockey.
Right. I'm like,
tripping?
not the ultimate one, but I think she has observation.
Hey, you know what? I'm thinking
talk
about
about
it
it
now.
as
I think because Chopper can talk to any animal too, though, right?
But he is an animal, though. I thought
Right.
So he needs. So he probably need to recruit like some sidekicks or something, man. I don't know.
But like I'm like
Yeah, they're
75% sure.
Honestly, I'd be down for that. Like,
Like some
plus that would open up more
some
like
souped up hornets or something, man. Like he could do something.
Wow, hornets, where'd that come from?
It's crazy.
They're portable, like
They can make their own way.
Well,
I need to make that a thing, which
Murder hornets?
not murder hornets or what the fuck Unc was talking about with the goddamn sidekicks. It does sound fun when you put it like that, but now I was thinking which characters, because we are nearing the end of One Piece, as most of you know, and it should be wrapping up, as Oda said, in the next 5 years. So this is the end game. So like, on another episode, I was thinking, oh yeah, which characters are you guys looking forward to seeing, come back? Because I know I got some in mind. Alrighty. So I'll finish that in a second. So to wrap up today's episode, folks, we're actually going to jump into a new segment that we're doing here. I don't know why it's new. It's the 10th episode. I should have been doing this since the first episode. We're going to be doing One Piece trivia, folks. Obviously, I've come up with 5 questions. Fifth one's only if needed. That's a tiebreaker if you need it. We're going to be doing teams. So, basically you guys are just going to, if one of you know it for sure, then, you let the other person know. I'm going to go ahead and answer this one. If neither one of you know, feel free to discuss amongst yourself. But of course, it's an open channel. So, don't spill the answer on accident. Because if you get it wrong, the opposite team will be able to pick up. All right. With that being said, any questions first, I guess, before we get started? I didn't think so either. All right. So the teams are, we're going to have Mal and Rafe is going to be, you guys are going to be team A, and then Unc and Moggy, you're going to be team B, which is basically going to go back and forth with questions. You give me one answer. After you give me your answer, I'll let you know if you're right or wrong. If you're wrong, other team can steal. And then whichever team gets the answer right, the other team is going to get asked the next question first, basically. So with that being said, I guess I should have said that before I asked for any questions. Last time, any questions? Yahtzee. All right. Team A, Mal, Rafe, y'all gonna go first. Who is the only three-eyed tribe race person to appear in the series so far? Let me repeat that one more time for you. Who is the only three-eyed tribe race person to appear in the series so far?
Not Smoothie.
Mal, Rafe.
Got this, right?
I forgot her name. I know exactly who it is. What's her name?
I need one answer. Give you 5 seconds on that one. Put the pressure on.
I can't remember her name.
I got you.
I literally. Sanji's supposed to marry her. That's all I remember.
Yeah,
Pudding. Yeah, I could not remember her name.
There you go. You got it. I'm gonna put like a good old 10-second timer on there, so y'all fast-fingered motherfuckers can't go looking it up at the last second on your mobile devices and shit. But yes, you are correct. That's 1 point for Team A. Team B, this next one's gonna be for you. What is the name of Goldie Rogers' hometown? Moggy, you're in this one too. I don't know.
No, I got you. I'm thinking. I got
right,
a guess
up,
at it,
gents.
but I'm not 100%.
Time's up, gents. I need that guess right now.
Go ahead and guess,
Are we
Moggy.
guessing
Logtown?
Logtown, correctamundo. I would also accepted Roguetown as well. I believe Logtown is the official version. Roguetown was the English dubbed version. Alrighty, back to you, Team A. It's 1-1 up. Alrighty. What is the first island the Straw Hats visit when they make it to the New World?
Wasn't it Fishman Island?
Right.
Yeah.
Correct, Mundo. I give it to you.
I was about to say.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm about to say that one's a little bit of a toss up in the community.
Were you thinking of Stability?
No. That's not in the New World. Exactly.
Yeah, that's the last one.
A lot of people, it's a toss up because a lot of people consider Punk Hazard to be the first island they visited after but it is officially Fishman Island.
Technically, Fishman Island is like the gateway to the New World.
Right.
At the bottom
I
of the
would
red
count
mountain.
that.
Exactly,
Yeah,
but it's still counted. No, it's still counted. So it's 2-1. Team B, back to you. Let's go here. Which one of these is a multiple choice question? Which one of these Marines/Navy officers used to be a pirate? Was it A, Smoker, B, Kobe, or C, Garp?
I'm gonna go with Kobe.
You good with that, Mike?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that. I was gonna say I think it's just Kobe.
That is correct. Kobe used to be part of the Alvita Pirates in episode 1.
When she was big.
My man was a chore boy.
Intern.
My man was a chore boy.
Chore boy, whole boy. He was still a pirate. He was on pirate doing pirate things.
Yeah, that's why Luffy got in an argument with him. So he could smooth his, I guess, what is it called?
His bitch out of
his intro to the Marines.
Can we really call it being a pirate if he was gonna lose his life if he ain't clean their toilets? Like, let's be realistic. Let's be realistic.
And yes,
against his will.
Hey,
he affiliated.
All of Big Mom's kids was born into the life. They ain't have no choice either. They're still pirates.
Rafe, I ask your question this. If they would have arrested Alvita, is Kobe going to prison?
You damn right he was.
No, because he admitted it to. Well,
he would have went to jail. If they jumped on that ship and took Alvita into the prison, Kobe would have been screaming to the top of his lungs, I was a prisoner. I was supposed to go on a fishing trip. I was supposed to go to summer camp. Like, no, they would have still threw his ass in prison. Oh, you gonna be going to summer camp, all right, boy.
Impel down summer camp.
Exactly. They would have sent his ass right there. All right. So to the tiebreaker. This one is actually more so, it's not even a question. It's just something I bullshit with. And I think it'll be funny, especially if you do it correctly. So for the tiebreaker, both teams, let me get my timer ready, are gonna have 30 seconds. Both teams gonna have 30 seconds. I'll give y'all a minute to go ahead and collect yourselves, think of something. Each team will have 30 seconds to convince not just me, but the audience itself that Blackbeard is the perfect character. I repeat, you have 30 seconds to convince me that Blackbeard is the perfect character. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I fucking hate Blackbeard's guts. That's why I picked him. This is gonna be challenging. But it's not about making me like him, it's about convincing me he is the perfect character in One Piece. I'll give y'all some time to go through that. Think about it in your heads. Each team can get 30 seconds. Let your partner know how you want to split that up. You can do 15-15. You can let one person just go ahead off for the 30.
What you want to do, Miles?
I got something. How about you?
I got a little something.
You got anything?
You want to do that 15-15?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can do 15-15. Yeah, that's good.
All right.
All right. Don't sound like y'all need that much time. I'm going to reset that timer. I got my timer up, 30 seconds. Team A, Mal and Rafe, your time starts now.
Go ahead, Rafe.
Nah, go ahead.
All right, my man has hoodwinked 2 Yonkos, a government, the prison system, and is the only one, I'm going to say, smart enough to...
15 seconds.
Damn.
All right, so I don't think perfect character, but perfect antagonist. He was the Shank was the person that gave Luffy his hat, and he gave Shanks that scar before he even had 2 of them broken devil fruits. He bided his time, didn't sleep on Whitebeard's crew, hid in his shadow until he was ready to
And 30
make his
seconds.
Oh my God.
All right. I feel that. That's why it's 30 seconds. That's why it's Blackbeard. Very challenging. After I just heard that, I realized the mistake I made. The mistake I made was now, like, you guys can either repeat it or say the exact same thing. But thankfully for y'all, I take improv classes sometimes back in the day, so I know how to switch it up. So you guys, Team B, you have the same challenge, but I'm gonna switch your character to an equally hated person. I'm gonna switch you guys over to A.K.A, obviously the only man who can match Blackbeard in dirt. I'm gonna give y'all a couple seconds. Go ahead and think it over. Y'all can still do the 15-15. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. I'm gonna give y'all about 20 seconds. But if you're ready to go, let me know before then. How do you think you did, Mal?
I didn't finish my sentence, sir. Like, what do you, what?
They didn't even go hard enough, man. I'm just saying.
Don't be a head ass. You were all there.
I got a pretty strong sentence to go with. So.
All right.
All right.
With that being
You
said,
want to open or close with the MOGGY?
I'll open.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. You got 30 seconds. Team B, A.K.A. Why is he the perfect character in One Piece? Starting now.
Perfect character, perfect villain, super aggressive extremist, but the only reason you really need to hate him and think he's the best, worst character, what he did to Ace.
15 seconds.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm gonna just say that he and
Aokiji.
Sorry. Yeah, he and Aokiji pretty much created a whole new landmass off of their scrapping. And he's also a guy who you don't need to doubt his allegiances. He's meant to be the leader of the people that he leads. Like, he's
30 seconds.
You know, if you need somebody to, like, you know, spearhead
Foul,
war against the pirates, that's the man.
Foul.
Nothing after the 30 seconds will be considered. Next
Flag
time,
on the plate.
next time I'm gonna take it to a minute. That's a lot more. That's a good amount of time. You gotta account for Unc's speech pattern.
With this prototype time shit, then, bro.
Yeah,
My man talking like a presidential candidate. You know,
bro, he had to cut my mans off. He ain't even get the full 15 seconds.
It's all right.
What's his face? All right. It was very compelling, very wonderful arguments y'all made. And I can't wait to do this again. I'm gonna make sure it's all questions next time. I'm probably gonna throw a debate in there. This was fun. I'm gonna have to give that to Team A, Mal and Rafe on that one, which puts them over for 3-2. So y'all definitely won bragging rights for this episode. Congratulations on that, gentlemen. And with that being said, that's pretty much a wrap for today's episode 10 of the One Piece panel. I want to, of course, thank all of my panelists again. Completely disappeared myself just for a second. That's completely thank all my panelists for showing up. I'm always appreciative of y'all coming through. Audience members, thank you for showing up, listening either through the podcast or watching on the YouTube channel. You can find everything you need to know. You can follow myself or these amazing panelists at their social medias, which will be in the description of the video /podcast. If you want to join and be a panelist, you can just hit me up on my social medias, which, as I said, is in the description below. Make sure you hit me up. Let me know. Got in through that way, and he's been rocking with us for months now. So it's a pleasure to be here with you guys. And I'm Ben Dwight, your host.
I'm Mal.
It's not Rafe.
Uncle.
And MOGGY.
All right. Thank you for being with us. Catch you guys later.